All right, welcome, welcome, beautiful souls. It's so beautiful to be here with the amazing Kiri Honey, one of my gorgeous soul seed clients, soul sisters, and amazing creative woman, mama, communications coach, podcast extraordinaire, all the things. And so, thank you so much for being here, Kiri, and for giving us your time and sharing a little bit about who you are, what you do, and your soul seed journey. So, as I was saying, as we were just chatting before we got on, this is really off the back of the Tall Poppy Challenge, and really looking at some of the key pieces that came through around um, our leadership and birthing our own style of leadership in particular as well, and being available to be vulnerable, and that really the strength that's found within that. And I thought of you when I was speaking into that. It's been such an amazing experience to watch you really take down the walls. A lot of this was around community, and yeah, soften your heart and open up, not so much even to what's out there, but really to what's in here, to you,
hmm
to your magic. So tell us a little bit about you, what drew you into my world. You know what, the question that's wanting to come through, because this is quite a good one, right? Is
hmm
why did you think that you wanted to join Soul Seed, and then what did you really feel like the experience was for you in the end?
Okay, so what really drew me into your world was definitely like the art side of things. I was told about you because a neighbor did like the Kanika training with you. And she was like, I feel like I need to tell you about this person. So I started like just like scrolling and watching you online for a little bit. And I think it was like the photos of you on the sand with the paint. And I was like, yep, I like that. Um, and then I know, like, I felt like I needed to have a conversation with you. And I don't really remember the gist of what that was. But I knew that, or something in me knew that this spiritual, like magical, creative part that you speak into is the thing that I was missing because I'd done a lot of work with other coaches who like taught me I don't know, the logistic side of setting things up online and all the well, all that stuff like
Emails, funnels, and
yeah,
marketing.
all
Like you,
all
you had all that stuff sorted.
yeah,
You're a bit of a whiz at all of
I
that.
had all that stuff, but it was the inner knowing, the definitely the creative piece that was missing. And even though like we've had lots of conversations that our journeys at art school and that stuff was all very similar. And so that obviously drew me into you as well. But that's the thing that I deeply wanted in my journey, in my coaching, in my whatever, but it was missing from it. And so being able to actually through our work together and just our conversations and all the blocks that I had from my own um is it even my own shame, my own like feelings of not being good enough, working through all those kinds of blocks over the last 2 years through Soul Seed that is just like like, it's 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 so um it's so beyond words. Like it's hard to.
multidimensional, isn't it? I'm loving my
It's
background that I've chosen today.
Yeah, it's so hard to
For that.
explain in
And summarize, it's a big journey, right? And
in a
2 years is a
human.
long time, and we go deep, and we've had lots of one-to-one sessions and quantum light sessions, which have been so amazing. I think for me, on reflection, if I reflect it back to you, it's like the return of the artist. You know,
Mm,
you had all this creativity and this creative ability. You had the teacher codes from back there.
mm,
You had the coaching experiences that you've had, like in terms of like how you've been serving others, and then um, what I've witnessed in you is you finding permission
mm,
to trust yourself, also to find your own way of how you wanted to bring this through to the world. And I know that that's actually been a real deep dive, eh? And it was not till right before your final time with us in Soul Seed that I saw you really step in and own that, with anchoring into the self trust of like, I do know enough. I do know who I am.
mm,
I know what I'm doing, and I'm
mm,
going to go this way with it. And that's so exciting because um, sometimes it's trying to fit into all these frameworks. Hey, like trying on clothes, going, do I like this one? No, that's not me. Do I like this one? No, that's not me. Do I like this one? No. And then it's like, oh, this one. This is the way that I want to do it. So that's been really
yeah.
cool because it feels like that's the embodiment of your
Mm,
movement now with the permission project, and yeah, just seeing you soften and now bringing
mm.
through your own kind of modality with the watercolors.
I did spend a lot of time feeling like I needed other people's permission to do the thing, and feeling like maybe the my want or my need to be creative was like I needed someone else to say, yes, that's okay.
Yeah, I love it.
So that's been massive. And I'm so deeply grateful to you, Deb, for um I guess you didn't give me the permission, but you allowed
I held the
me,
light over here, I
yeah.
think, and I saw, like there was a point there where I saw you go a little bit off track, because I generally like to let people find their own way as much as possible whilst holding the,
Mm,
okay, maybe she needs to go explore it. But then I was just like, no, no, I can see you actually running away from the, you're right there. And we brought it back, and then it was kind of like this explosion of, I want to say, like, I was just floating around in the waves this morning, and I was probably thinking about you being the first chat for the day. And what I heard was like, sovereign sacral, or sacral sovereignty, something like that. It's almost like that reclamation of the creative center of our bodies. And we can lose that along the way through school trauma, through
mm,
yeah, going into any kind of systems where we're taken out of that permission and told, no, you have to do it this way.
mm,
Whether it's overbearing parents, whether it's school, whether it's coaching programs, like there's a real fine line that we walk between empowerment and disempowerment. So
mm.
I think that's what I've seen in you, is reclaiming that sovereignty of like self-trust, inner knowing, and that really is that connection to our creative power, isn't it?
And and it certainly is a journey as well. I was like, go dips and dives, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I know what I need to do. Because you can get so caught up in like the day to day all the crap, right? And so just remembering the tools and the conversations that we've had, like, yes, that softening into self-trust and the permission and the fact that I do in fact know. It's just, I guess, allowing yourself the permission again to slow down and remember and just be. Oh, it's
I like that. I can feel the
mm, yeah, feel
the
the shoulders.
relief that comes with that permission. And I do witness this with women that come through Soul Seed, is, and I've had this journey myself too, is the return to presence, I guess. I wouldn't, it feels like a slower way of life, but really it's actually we've come back to our body. That's what we
Mm,
do in those quantum light sessions, is we're bringing your energy home, we're bringing your energy home, we're bringing your energy home. And then it's safe to just be here, exactly where you are, and feeling like that's enough. And you really start to receive from life then. That's that space where you can start to receive. So is that have you noticed any shifts in your ability to receive or opportunities?
No. Well, absolutely. So, just in, yeah, in all the work that we've done together, just being able to slow down and be present and be has opened up many opportunities for me, including just like a collaboration project, which has just allowed me to reach my first um, five, di fi- five,
Five figure?
five figure. Thank you. My first
Oh,
5 figure month.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Love
My
it.
first 5 figure month, um, which is like, I was like, I can't even grasp how massive that is.
Yeah, you did
Um,
it. You
yeah.
did it. Yes.
And also like my ability to own that
Yes.
because that's also been a struggle in in the conversations that I've had with Deb about actually being able to own that I did that. And
Yeah,
yeah, so
that's
that's also
that's
huge.
massive, right? Because it's not just there's so much more going on to
Mm,
it that you need to really walk through in order to um activate that, to receive that, and then to own that as well. Especially when, because I know for you, without going into details, it didn't come through like
mm,
where you thought it had to come from. So we've
yes.
basically like regridded Kiri's whole life. Like your husband's changed his work
Mm,
life setup completely. You've
mm,
restructured yours completely. So it's like this deep grid work that we do. Um, that shifts the whole family dynamic. This is
yeah.
what really excites me. It's like
Yeah.
kids win, the husband wins, you win. Happy
Mm.
wife, happy life. But isn't that just so delicious?
And I also want to speak into that like self-trust piece there too, because I guess I had in my head, like you said, like a plan of what it should look like. But when when you begin to trust and you follow the process as Deb teaches and shares, then the plan doesn't have to look like the way that you might have in your head. You open yourself up to be able to receive in a way that you didn't anticipate.
Mm. Get out of the way, hey, and that's when miracles can drop in.
Mm.
Amazing.
And yeah, it's just been like incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've also had the journey of the anchoring into the physical body as well, and taking a whole lot of steps
Yes.
towards health changes. So that's
Yes.
massive as well, because
Yep.
we're doing
Getting
it
it.
in and through our bodies.
Yes. Definitely feeling, I've been feeling the call for more movement and um, so I've been exploring gut health and different things there, which has made a big difference to my life. So there's so many pieces of the puzzle that Deb helped me go through that was far beyond any other like business sort of like we've gone into yeah the body, the spirit, the yeah just learning the embodiment thing is something that I did not know about before I came
Mm.
into Deb's world. Yeah.
And I thought and I need to probably speak into that more and remind
Mm,
you guys in the container. It's like, yeah, and what's happening in the body, right? Because my body is always talking to me. It's literally the main communicator and driving force of my whole business and everything that comes through
yeah.
week by
And
week,
I
day by
didn't
day.
know anything about that before
Mm,
coming into your world. It's just not like it's embodiment was like a word that I'd
yeah.
heard but didn't understand.
Yeah, and all interlinked, right? Especially for you, like
Mm,
the self-trust that lives in our gut and the integrity of our gut, the ability to move into higher states of joy, which is what you're bringing through in
mm,
your work, from helping people from suppression to expression,
mm,
reclaiming your creative power outside of the frameworks of, um, education or societal norms or what's expected. It's all so interlinked, right? And then
mm.
of course that's also where the seed of our self-trust lives. We have to have our gut online with our hearts, with our brains. So I'm so celebrating you in the coherence that you have come into and that you are leaving us with, and the magic that you're going to go out there and spread through your work, the work that you're doing. What's next on Kiri's plan?
Um, well, I've got some little seeds of things in my mind, a book, an oracle deck, things that I want to be doing here. And I've said it publicly now. Ooh.
She said it. So we know now it's manifesting with the field. So it's already done somewhere in another plane of reality. You've already written the books and the oracle decks. I love
Mm,
that. In our last little soul seed gathering, it was kind of like became abundantly clear that we're all
mm.
most of us, if not all of us in that group, we're all wanting to write books, create oracle decks, run retreats. So I'm like, okay, cool. That gives me a really good I always like, just upgrade the program in response to what people need,
Yeah.
want. So I'm really excited to see my clients stepping into all their creative genius. And it blows me away how many people come in, because I think most people will come in because they think it's about business. And I'd like most people on the intake form say the same things. I'd like to have financial freedom, and I would
Mm,
like to have this beautiful impact for the earth. And then
mm.
what they don't realize is they leave with, yeah, maybe a new body, new mindset, new relationships, definitely new relationship to self. And yeah, those beautiful things, the softening to strengthen, the being able to be, the mum, the entrepreneur, the wife, and improve our physical health. Like, I'm not saying that we ever all have these things all perfect at the same time, but all of us in this group are navigating all of those many things, and I think that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's such like you set up such a powerful space. So make sure you those that are watching, make sure you show up and take advantage of that beautiful space that Deb holds.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you,
because
Karen.
that's the hardest part is actually like showing up.
That's it, right? Yeah, I just paid like mega bucks to go into a space where there's like no coaching and no stuff. So I'm like, my space is up like, here. I'm
Mm,
here. Take all the things. I want to help. I've got so much to give, so much to offer. So yeah, I'm excited. Super excited for next year. Lots more creativity, creative alchemy, lots more magical co-creating with the
wonderful.
unseen realm. Because that's super exciting, and embodiment and in-person gatherings. Yeah, business strategy. Yeah, you can just Google that, but like, you can watch it online and
Yeah.
self-study a lot of it, ask a question here or there. But really the big shifts I think happen, what I witness over and over again is in
Mm,
quantum light sessions of bringing back the one-to-one, and then when we get together in person.
mm.
So good.
Yeah, that was just next level. Yeah.
Yay. All right, my love. Thank you so much for your time. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
for
much
having me.
for being with us in Soul Seed and adding all of your Kiri magic to the space,
Yeah.
which will be really
It's been a real pleasure, Deb. Thank you so much for yeah, for all the magic over the last 2 years. It's been incredible.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a privilege
Hmm.
and an honor.